authenticity intimidates people.
Of course it does, man. It makes people realize that, you can't be controlled. A lot of people want control, bro. So it's like whenever you have the power to be like, you know what, I don't need you. I don't care about your opinions. That makes you a threat. That makes you, that makes people look at you in the image of who you think you are. When the whole time they need to look at themselves and see what they're missing. I always see people as who they are, and not for who they want to be or who they trying to be. Because a lot of times people don't even know who they are until they by themselves. When you always around a group of individuals or whenever you always, listening to your parents or telling you who you're not, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to think that's you. When the only person that can actually tell you who you are is you. If you don't give yourself enough time to stand in your own energy, how you going to become powerful? How you going to realize the things that you have to accomplish? That's the reason why when I speak to my people, I always tell them, believe in yourself. With faith, you are invincible. But at the end of the day, you have to see you for who you are. I can't stress that enough, bro, because a lot of people fall victim to what other people think about them.
They got too much stock in that.
Yes, bro.
They're investing too much.
Being a people pleaser.
Yeah, of course.
Or a
and that's
chameleon.
something I talk about a lot too, being a people pleaser, man.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna make people happy just by doing what they want you to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when they don't have control over your life, that's when you become a problem. And it's like you got to realize that nothing's gonna get done unless you want to do it. Nothing is gonna get done unless you do it. You got to want to, man. I know it's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, it's all about believing in you, because nobody's going to believe in you the way that you believe in you. I don't care how many family members you have. I don't care how many friends you have. At the end of the day, you always find yourself alone whenever you need help. You can help everybody else, but as soon as you need help, all you hear is crickets.
Yep.
You don't see that support system that you need. Let yourself get in a bind. Let you lose your car. Let you, go to jail or maybe, lose your house. That's what's going to show actually who's there for you. And a lot of times there's nobody, not even family, not friends, not no one. And that's when you find yourself with you again. That's why I always speak about making sure you good for once. You're going to have to do the hard work. You got to go through the shadow work. You got to, put yourself in a position where things are going to work out for you. You got to build this solid foundation. That I'm not saying be selfish. I'm saying put yourself first for once.